Hi everyone, welcome to Clutch Entertainment today. And today we have Tommy the plumber here. He's been doing plumbing for about 5 years now, and he's in the commercial service plumbing industry. Um, I've known him since high school, and he's been a friend of mine. And do you just want to go into a little introduction about yourself, Tommy?
Yeah, sure. So my name's Tommy. I've been doing plumbing since 2019. I do commercial service plumbing. So anytime there is a commercial building that is in need of service, uh, I go in and diagnose and repair. Before that, I was a residential service plumber. So any type of plumbing around your house, I would go in and fix and repair. Um, Started off plumbing 2019, doing drain cleaning and small service. Um, so anytime there was a backup or a clog in your house, I'd go in and unclog it. Or if there was like a simple repair to be done, like a hose spigot that was broken that wouldn't shut off, I'd go in and fix it.
Oh, that's neat. That's neat. Yeah, so you started out in residential and you went into commercial. Is that what you did? Oh, okay. That's neat. So today we're going to be talking about like a day to day of like plumbing. We're going to be talking about some stories, some unknown facts, maybe you may not know about plumbing, and we're going to talk about the types of plumbers there are with Tommy. And he knows like a little bit of the reign of the I don't know how to say it, the reign of the ride or whatever. Um, we'll first get into like a day to day. What's some of the day to day that a plumber sees and like how they have to respond to calls and such.
So the day to day is different amongst the different types of plumbers there are. So how do you want to break down the day to day?
Uh, Maybe just like how you get your calls, maybe like how you get directed to the place, and then like what do you do? What's your procedure?
So for commercial service plumbers, if we don't have like a full catalog of service jobs to start off the day, I would go out to a job that multiple people are on for amount of time. And if I get a call dispatched, I would go on my phone. First, they would get a call from the office saying, "Hey, we're going to put this on your Build Ops, which is your app to go in and see exactly what's going on. It has all the information from top to bottom." So I would get a service call. I would see where it's at. I would see like a general description of what's going on. Let's say there is a uh, a 2-inch water line that the ball valve won't shut off.
Mm-hmm.
So I would be expected to go to that place and diagnose and make a repair.
Gotcha. Do you have to do? Are you do you handle like the financial side of things too, like making people pay for it like up front, or do you mostly just give it to the office?
No, that's the benefit of being a commercial service plumber. All of our people that we deal with are already accounted for. They already have accounts,
Oh,
so it's
okay.
billed to the account.
Okay. Well,
So
that
that's
make
the difference between like commercial service and residential service. Residential, you're expected otherwise if they don't have an account to collect payment at the time of service.
Gotcha. What's the big like difference between the two, the residential and the commercial?
Residential versus commercial. Residential would be household type stuff. Commercial would be like warehouse buildings and like restaurant
Is there
type
any
stuff.
procedural differences between the two?
Well, the plumbing differences between residential and commercial. Residential, you're only like for the water going to service the house, you're only at about 60 to 80 pounds. To whereas commercial, you could be anywhere from 150 to 3
Oh, wow.
psi.
Gotcha. Do you do like when you go commercial, do you have like multiple plumbers go there like to assist, or is it just usually just one?
Depending on what the job is, um, if it's something simple that could take a couple hours, no, I haven't had anybody else assist me from our company yet.
Oh, okay.
on a service call.
Gotcha. What do you do on like emergency calls? Like if you're are you on call on the weekend? Is there like oh, okay. Okay. So
So I can give a call in 5 minutes and be like, "Hey, I gotta go. I gotta go wherever I'm gonna be sent to and diagnose and repair."
gotcha. So like your shifts, like do you take turns with that shift? Or is it like every weekend you have to do that?
Usually, yes, but being that I'm the only service plumber at this company, no.
Oh, okay.
I have
Gotcha.
to give pretty reasonable heads up and ample notice, like, "Hey, this weekend is not going to be good. I'm going to be out of town," like
Mhm.
2 to 3 weeks in advance.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. So if they had another one, like another plumber, then you'd be like on call, like taking turns. But since they don't for you personally, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah,
So like,
usually they would alternate.
yeah. So are you like in a bigger like plumbing company or is it just like a local one?
40 to 60 people,
Oh wow, that is a lot of people. How many
medium
calls?
sized.
How many calls do you get on average a week that you have to go?
I'd say 6 to 12.
6 to 12. Okay. And how long is the duration of like a service call for the most part on average?
2 to 4 hours.
2 to 4 hours.
Depends on what I'm doing and what's messed up.
Okay, gotcha, gotcha. Okay, now we're gonna go into like maybe some not so much known facts or anything like that. Do you know anything like? Do you want anybody to know anything about plumbing or have any tips for people in general? Like things that maybe people perceive plumbers as different.
One thing comes to mind. Um, if there is ever a water line burst in your house, isolation, isolation, isolation. You have to know where that shutoff valve is. You have to know what it looks like. You have to know, especially if it's a gate valve
Mm-hmm.
or just a ball valve. Ball valve is just crack it, just 90 degrees down or up, whatever way is off. Gate valves, on the other hand, if it's on your house supplying all the fixtures for your house, tighten it down, but not super aggressively because the rubber seal in the bottom of that stem is very known to like stick and seize and not open back up. And then you have to go out in the street and shut off the stop box to feed your house. But that's besides the point.
Right.
Isolation, isolation, isolation.
Okay.
If there is ever a problem with water constantly running, you have to know where to isolate.
Okay. So that's like the main thing people should know, like as far as their house, like how to turn the water off if they need to turn it off, because like if something happens anywhere in the house, like you might want to turn the water off in general.
Yeah, you always have a failsafe. If you can't find an isolation valve for, let's say, your bathtub, you know you can go down and shut off the water for the whole house,
Gotcha.
and it's
Yeah.
going to isolate.
So personally, myself, like I remember one time I accidentally broke off one of those valves, and I was like, "Oh shoot, I better turn the water off." So that's what I did, because you don't want that to keep running, and then you have a pool. Have you ever seen like a pool in somebody's house, like of water?
So anytime there's a main line backup, and if it's like your typical residential home that has maybe one or two floor drains that is on city sewer, I've seen anywhere between 3 inches to 3 feet of water, standing water in the basement.
That high of water? This almost like a swimming pool.
Yeah, and at that point, anytime it gets up past the water heater and the HVAC system, it becomes a hazard. Electricity. I mean, if it's not shut off, that's basically it's a hazard in
Then
the
you gotta
basement.
turn the
Any
electricity off too, right?
you have to shut the electricity off.
How do you get to the electricity if there's water there?
Couple boots.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. I gotcha. Man, that sounds scary. Wouldn't want to be in that
Yeah,
situation. Have you ever had that situation?
I have plenty of times.
Oh my goodness, that's probably pretty scary.
I think the worst one. This is getting into stories.
Yeah, we'll go into stories now.
The worst backup that I've ever had to to do and to service was in Detroit. Um, these people were renting. They had no idea that their sewer was backed up. I got a call from them saying they have a weird sewer smell coming from the basement. They have not checked it out. They didn't even open the door to go look in the basement.
Oh
Nothing.
no.
It was about 6 feet high. It was almost, yeah. I was
6 feet.
like, there's no way. It's like you need to get this pumped out and then stop using the facilities in this house, obviously, and then go back and clear the sewer drain.
What would the water bill be like for something like that? Astronomical?
I mean, it's no, if if the dirty water has nowhere to go, it's just going to back
Oh, the
up in the
dirty
basement
water. Oh, so it's dirty water. It's not necessarily the clean water. Oh, okay.
through the sewer.
Okay. So that's a sewer backup.
Anytime you flush a toilet, anytime you run the bath, anytime you do laundry, anytime you run the kitchen, anytime you go brush your teeth, that goes to the same place and it goes one line out of the house to the sewer. So if that line is blocked between your house and the sewer, it's going to back up on the lowest point, which would be floor drain in the basement.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Would not want that to happen.
No,
What's one of the weirdest things you've seen? Like maybe like in a toilet or like something like that.
so this was whenever I was working back in Missouri. I actually caused a marriage to end.
Oh no, that's not good.
So this dude apparently thought it was a good idea to flush his uh not his wife's underwear down the toilet and it get clogged. And I come out there and take care of the clog and his wife was like standing right there. She was like, "What was the cause of this clog?" And I pulled the underwear off of my cutter and I was like, "This right here." She goes, "Those aren't mine." Okay.
That's hilarious.
I was like, when can I collect payment and get out of here?
Did they like
So
start
it was,
yelling at each other from that? Oh no.
yeah, I had to stand there for about an hour and 20 minutes while the man finally paid me and I got out of there as fast as I could. But yeah, they were done. He had all of his stuff. She had thrown all of his stuff out on the lawn. They were done
While you were there?
but while I was there.
Oh my gosh.
Have had suspicions,
There must have been
but
something with, yeah, something in background. That's a shame that, you had to cause that. Well, not you ultimately, but you're
it
just
would
doing
have
your
happened
job. You're
in
just
2
doing your
years.
job, so it's not that
Yeah,
you
I
could
should
do.
start doing my job.
What
I got
about
it on fun.
what about like commercially? What's the weirdest thing you've seen?
Not too much commercially. They all
They got a lot of
tend to
protocol.
stay in line. Commercially, it's not really weird. It's pretty common. People that are working in factories still don't know not to flush paper towels. And like you're 20 to 80-year-old adults. You should know better by now. Like you can't flush that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Have you?
And with tampons and sanitary napkins, all yeah.
I'm sure you've seen all that too.
Yep.
Yeah. Have you ever seen anything like food or anything like that down the toilet? Like any kind of like gum or food or anything like that?
Not really. I pulled out a couple of Barbie dolls and Hot Wheels
Oh wow.
out of toilet and other adult novelty toys
Gotcha. Gotcha.
that shall not be named, but you can put two and two together.
So when you do that, I just got one question with that. So do you take the whole toilet off and then look what's in the pipe below? Oh, okay. Got it.
With a toilet clog, it's either going to be in one of two places. It's either going to be in the trap because toilets have traps that prevent sewer
Yeah, where
gases
it
from
goes
the
up like this
sewer.
and then it comes, yeah, and then it goes down. Yeah.
That prevents the sewer line from emitting gases into the home. It's trapped right there at the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's either going to be where the bottom of the toilet meets the flange, like the
The thing that opens
There's a
up, right?
it's
Yeah.
that's what it sits on the floor that
Mm-hmm.
bolts to the floor itself. It's either going to be in there or after it goes in the floor, it does a 90 and then it meets a stack.
Oh, okay.
That's either going to be in the toilet itself or like in that T connection.
Got it. Got it. Oh, that's neat. And then one more thing with that. So the trap, if it dries out, like say the water dries out from not being used for a while, is that why sometimes you can get that smell in your house?
That's
Okay.
exactly right. So if people are getting that smell, I recommend putting a gallon of water once a week down that.
Whether it's the
Not
shower, the toilet, or anything like that.
well, fixtures like that get heavily used, they generally don't dry out. These are for like floor drains in the basement that aren't really getting any water going in them.
Oh, got it. Okay. Gotcha. Well, is there anything else that you want to share with people in general, or do you have any message to people that what they should do for plumbing and any tips or anything like that in general?
Always know what you're doing and don't be afraid to get your hands dirty.
And ask for help if you need it, right?
Absolutely. I these this new generation of plumbers are unfortunately fake it till you make it, and that's there's too many resources out there nowadays for people to be like that to where they just want to go in and jump and tackle things before they even know what they're doing, and then they end up making things worse because they don't know what they're doing.
I
Where
gotcha.
they could have just taken 20 seconds and asked a question and understood what they're doing and how it works and the procedure to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay. Well, thank you for watching Clutch Entertainment today, everybody. This is Tommy right here. He's a plumber. If he'll respond to any comments in the comment section below, and if you can like, subscribe, that'd be great. And thanks for being on the show today, Tommy. I appreciate it.
thank you for having me.
All right, no problem. Have a great day, everyone.